What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a long time. I missed you. I've been very busy and haven't been able to record. So today I decided, it is Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, so I decided to make a big meal. I've made all these things at home and my family likes them a lot. And so I'm going to show you. First I'm going to make beans. I'm going to make some cauliflower walnut tacos. I'm going to make some potato tacos, and I'm going to make Spanish rice and homemade guacamole. It sounds like a lot, sounds like it's labor intensive, but trust me, it is not. So some of these things I've already been prepping all through the day, and so now we just have to put it together. So come along and I'll show you how we put it all together. The first thing we're doing here that I have is for the beans that I've already cooked in the pressure cooker. I'm sauteing jalapenos and onions. 2 jalapenos, 1 onion. Then I will transfer this after 5 minutes into a blender with my beans to give it that smooth consistency, and then we'll put it back into a pan to cook and get thick and warm. So we're just gonna wait for, we have 2 more minutes. Then the next thing I will do is put together the Spanish rice. That's just simply, we're using today brown rice, tomato sauce, and some of the chicken seasoning that I've told you about in a few other videos. And so we'll put that together once I have my beans smooth, blended up, and then back on here warming up, okay? These sauteed for 5 minutes. You want to keep it covered so that it holds the moisture, and try to stir as frequently as you can. As I said, we're going to transfer this into my blender. Now, last night I soaked my beans, and then today, and I like to soak my beans in garlic. It gives it sort of a flavor. When you rinse it off, it holds that garlicky flavor. And then today I went ahead and cooked my beans in the pressure cooker. Okay, so I took 3 cups of beans. I placed them into my blender, and now I'm gonna blend it up till it gets a creamy consistency. So now you have it all smooth. We're going to put it back in that same pan and let it get thick and warm.
Okay.
When you are cutting your jalapeno, you want to make sure that they're seeded. So you want to seed those jalapenos. And put a little bit of salt. Salt, some pepper, let that cook there, and then we're going to move on to the rice next. Okay, so this is actually going to cook for 20 minutes on low to medium heat, because when you cook the beans up high, they pop. You don't want that popping all over your kitchen and stove. So turn it to low and just let it sit for 20 minutes, and it should be done right after that. So let's move on to the rice next. We are now going to start the Spanish rice. Spanish rice, when I was not vegan, was one of my fortes. I used to love to make it. And it's pretty easy to make it veganized with no oil. So what I'm doing right now is I am toasting the rice, getting it a little toasty. Then I'm going to add the water or the broth. Remember my chicken broth, I'm going to add that to the mix. And I'm going to add some tomato sauce, 8 ounces only. And then I'm going to add onions, half of an onion that I've chopped up. So once we get that mixed in there, and then some seasoning. Oh, just cumin and garlic powder. Once we add the water and all of that stuff, we'll let it boil. Once it boils, we're going to turn it down. We're going to cover it and let it cook until the water is gone. So you want to make sure, it's really important that you are toasting this for the 4 minutes before you add your liquid. And you don't need to add water or anything. I just threw it in the pan like that. Don't let it get too burned though. I want it to get just toasted. This is just about toasted enough. It is actually toasted enough. We're going to add 3 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning, which is just 1 tablespoon for every cup. So I'll add 3 tablespoons. Then I'll add the tomato sauce. And the onion that I have chopped up. Half an onion, remember, just in half, that's all you need. Some cumin. I believe it's a teaspoon. But remember me, I have a hard time. I like to gauge it. This is garlic powder. Stir that up. Let it come to a boil before you cover and let simmer for probably about 20 minutes. While this is cooking, we're going to go over and start our cauliflower tacos. Mix those up, throw those in the oven, and they'll be done at the same time as this. So you want to mix that good. Get all those spices blended up. All right, so let's go over, let this boil. Let's go over and start the tacos. All right, so my rice is over there cooking. Now we've moved on to the cauliflower tacos. This cauliflower taco recipe I got from Brand New Vegan, and we'll go ahead and link that recipe below under this video. So what we use is we use a half cup of mushrooms. We're going to add that into our food processor. And we're just going to simply pulse it a few times. That's all you need to do till you have it a good consistency. That's all it takes. Then we're going to add a half a cup of walnuts. That's what's going to give it that meaty flavor. If you're watching your weight or your calorie intake, you don't have to add as many walnuts. It is Cinco de Mayo. We are not watching our weight, so we're going to go ahead and add all of the walnuts. We don't eat this every day, and it's super good. So we're going to top that up. So that's it. Good consistency. Now, I cheat and I buy the riced cauliflower at Trader Joe's. Super easy. And this is going to be 1.5 cups. I'm not even going to, just gonna, so 1.5. All right, and then we're going to take this mixture and mix it into this bowl. putting that there. Along with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Two tablespoons of chili powder. I think that's gonna take all my chili powder. Yeah, let's just put all my chili powder because that's a lot. Gotta buy more of that. 2 teaspoons cumin. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon. And then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. And I'm just going to, these are hard and I don't want to break my nails. I'm just going to gauge it. Some pepper, oops. And salt. All right, look at those colors, isn't it great? We're going to mix this up. It is amazing. It seriously tastes like meat, and it's so simple, so cheap. I mean, you can buy a whole cauliflower head if you want and chop it up. I just like to get the diced already. Once this is all mixed well, we're going to place it on parchment paper, lay it out thin. We're going to bake it at 350 for 30 minutes. Then after 30 minutes, we'll mix it up a little, bake it for another 15. Okay, so what I'm making here are potato tacos. Earlier today, I boiled a half a bag of Yukon Gold. Let that cool, and then I cube them up with the skins on. And I am allowing it to brown here in my pan before I add my taco seasoning. This taco seasoning is from Trader Joe's. I have found that it's hard to find taco seasoning that either does not have oil or does not have milk. This taco seasoning has a lot of heat, so I would use it sparingly. I probably, for this little amount, I'm just going to use half or close to half. And this is this recipe comes from McDougal, this potato taco recipe. These are great in burritos. I mix it with my beans and potatoes, even for a breakfast burrito. And there you have it, quick and on the go and super simple to make and cost effective. So, as I said, I'm going to let this brown and then toss in my seasoning. If you need to add a little water because it's sticking, then feel free to add a little bit of water. So I'm going to sprinkle, sorry, that's my rice. Ooh, my pan makes noise. Some of the seasoning. Get that all mixed up. Just gauge it. If you're getting this particular, just gauge it. I think that's good. I'm only going to do close to half because it's not a lot of potatoes. So let that cook and continue to get warm or mixed together, and then you're done. I'll show you how it looks inside of a taco or a burrito, however way you want to eat it.
Let's just start recording. Okay.
Alright, so it wouldn't be a traditional Mexican meal, of course, without guacamole. Super easy to make. Simply dice some tomatoes, avocados, cilantro, and some lime. We'll blend that together, mash it up, some salt, maybe a little pepper, maybe a little garlic or onion powder, and that's it. So, all right, so I'm throwing in my tomatoes, cut these up. Just squeeze it in there. I like to put the pit. Alright, so here you have it. I am making my plate right now. I decided to make one cauliflower taco, one potato. These are the beans and rice. I'm going to just stack it any way you want. You can put lettuce. I will put a little guacamole. Earlier in the week, made some vegan sour cream. I've told this recipe before. If I haven't, I'll link it. It's super easy. I'm going to put a dollop of that.
That looks good.
Whoa, oh, be careful. My daughter has a bean burrito, and then we have salsa. Ooh, oh no.
Oh no.
I didn't make salsa. I could have, but I didn't. You can use paste, super easy. And there you have it. Quick Mexican Cinco de Mayo. That's what we're celebrating. We're going to watch the fight tonight. Quick meal. And very good. So all the recipes will be down below. As I said, make sure to hit a like button if this is what you like. And if you tried it, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.